Let's see who drives by. We're going to have some more cops and some more Delaware County social services people driving by. And they'll claim, oh no, it's not because of her. Well, pretty strange. You served me papers and now you're all driving by today. You're swarming. I don't know what the fuck you think I'm going to do about any of this. My hands are tied. I don't know where you're coming up with all this terrorist bullshit. I think it's great. I think it's funny. I hope it makes me famous. You guys are fucking stupid. There we go. There's another one right there, Delaware County. Why do they keep driving by? All eyes on me. They won't drive here when they're supposed to, but now they're going to drive by today to watch the show. While nothing's going on. I don't have court until tomorrow. You guys all excited? You think something's going to happen? Y'all scared? Well, I guess you're in for a big letdown because all that's going to happen is you guys are going to take my kids away and I'm going to move on. That's it. That's all that's going to happen. You already took my 4 kids away the first time with your bullshit, Keith Weaver. You liar. Are you friends with John Banks? I know the girls you were fucking over there at social services, a lot of them are. You shared women. I hope you're proud of yourself over that, Keith Weaver. What is this like when you go to NASCAR and you guys are all just waiting for the crash to happen? Sorry to disappoint. You win, social services. You win again. You're correct. I concede, Joelle. In the situation I am in, with back surgery coming up, no, I'm unable to care for my children. I am, because you guys are not going to provide any of the services that you get funding for. Nobody's getting these services. Nobody gets rides. Nobody gets any of the food at the food pantries. Nobody gets any clothes from over at the clothes bank. What other services are you supposed to be providing that you're not? I know HUD wasn't doing their job. They were just wadding people in. There's still lead everywhere around here. It doesn't matter if you have mold. I mean, all that stuff's in the guidelines. It says that HUD's supposed to inspect and not even approve these places. But they were. New York State fixed that. You're not allowed to do that anymore. But just like with the terrorist thing that nobody over at Social Services wants to admit, nobody at Social Services wants to admit that I have anything to do with any of these changes. And that's fine. I really don't care. They can ignore it all they want. The proof is in the pudding. It's in your own words on my Facebook and my YouTube. No more are you going to say things about me that's not true. Social Services, you're not doing it. And wasn't that interesting yesterday, Diane, when we went back to that shelter? Can you imagine if me and those kids were in that house when that ceiling in the kitchen fell? Could you imagine? What a lawsuit that would be. What if you were standing in that kitchen when that ceiling fell? I told you, people. Told you. Fucking told you. But no, Tammy's just crazy because that's an official diagnosis. That's what Dave Biddle comes and asks my kids. That was a real question he asked my sons. Is your mother crazy? Do you know what they said to him? What does that even mean? We don't even talk like that. We don't call people crazy. It's an insult. It's just a generic term that people use just to label people here in Delaware County. So is that just a catch-all question? Does Dave Biddle go in everyone's house and say, is your mom crazy? Because you know what all the dads say around here. Your mom's just crazy. If your mom doesn't ask my permission She's crazy. So they go into a kid's house and they say, is your mom crazy? Well, yeah, my dad says so. Check that box. They're crazy. I wonder if other counties, when the kids are up to go to foster care, if the fathers actually have to appear in court. Not here in Delaware County. They bear no responsibility whatsoever. This isn't just in my case. I know many cases. I have people lined up for interviews. The whole time they've been aiming to take my kids. This whole fighting I've been doing, this was inevitable. It was going to happen. But I'm glad that I did get to help people with HUD so they can't be abused anymore by the system, placing them in places that they don't belong, that are unhealthy and uninhabitable, just so the landlords can collect their rent from HUD. Right, Shelley Bartow? I'm glad they have security over there in those buildings now. I hope Millie can do her job a little easier and not be so worried and scared. I hope everyone over there, although they're scared of me, I'm stuck here at the Buena Vista Motel, and they're scared of me. Of all the people in this area that are doing drugs, that are abusing their kids, for real. You know what? And I'm not going to call that child abuse helpline anymore. I swear to God, they have me flagged as like a nuisance caller or something, and I've called rarely in my life. Well, when I was with John, I tried to make several calls and it doesn't work. So I've tried to call maybe twice since the early 2000s, and no matter what I say, they won't take my call. And I told Diane, my caseworker, I think I'm flagged as like a nuisance caller or something. And she got all weird. It's like, we're not supposed to know they do that. I don't know. I don't know any of this for sure. This is just inference. I'm just telling you what I observed. This is not paranoia. I'm not drawing any conclusions. I'm just telling you what I observed. So from now on, I will not be calling that line. I will not. If I see child abuse, I'm recording it. I'm putting it on YouTube. If I see some motherfucker that's getting Social Security and he's out working and doing whatever he's claiming that he can't, I'm putting it on YouTube. If I see somebody breaking the law, I'm putting it on YouTube. And you people can call and turn it in. I'm not wasting my time anymore. You guys all want to see a train wreck? I'll just put it on YouTube. I'm not saying nothing to nobody. You people report it. You don't listen to me anyway. It's pointless to waste my time. So I'm not going to make a phone call. But I bet I'll make money on it on YouTube. I've grown up here my whole goddamn life. And these people are nothing but a bunch of fucking bullying dirtbags. This whole area. It's a mentality. And they uphold it. They're proud of it. My son went to the Walton pool and broke his arm. Both bones in his forearm. And he was sent walking home. But they have a little boy. He's like, I don't know, 5, 7. Who runs around slapping everyone's ass, all the girls' asses, and licks everybody. And they have a picture of him next to the lifeguards, and they put that he's the mayor of the pool. That's what they approve of here in Delaware County. That's what they condone. That's what they encourage. That's what they nurture. Now, my kids are accused of having weapons and whatnot. Well, this is one of the reasons I left John Banks. Nope, I don't like guns. Nope, I don't like knives. I don't like any of that stuff. I didn't grow up that way. If anybody knows Dale Sanford, no, we didn't have guns. We didn't have knives. We didn't have anything like that stuff. My dad didn't need guns or knives. He'd have fucking just beat the shit out of you and walked off. Anybody that knows him knows this is the truth. And I had to live with him because do you know who helped me when I was a child, when my mom went for help? Nobody.